Hey everyone, Brittany Carmichael here, bringing you your weekly live tarot reading here on Woo Woo Wednesday. I love connecting with you each and every week where we tune into the tarot cards to see what energy is ahead, what is going on, what do we need to pay attention to, because the cards really act as a mirror and they guide us to look within and ask ourselves certain questions of reflection, and they give us little gentle nudges of what to pay attention to or where we should be focusing our attention this week. So I'm super excited to tap into today's reading. I have had so much creative inspiration coming through. My dreams have been super vivid, and I'm wondering, do you feel that energy shift right now for you? I know that during the retrograde and during the solar eclipse, there was so much energy and old past stuff that we were moving through, but now I can feel all of that is lifting and I'm really coming out as my authentic self. Not that I wasn't before, but I just feel like I'm getting even more myself and wanting to express my creativity in new ways, and maybe ways that reflect who I am showing up as now. How's the energy going for you? What are you working on? What's take a moment to tune in. And the way I like to do that is just to take a deep breath and really allow my energy, my consciousness, my awareness to kind of scan from the top of my head to the tips of my toes. And I just take a mental scan while I'm breathing, and I ask myself, is there any tension I'm holding onto? Are there any places in my body that need healing? Are there any fears or beliefs that are holding on to me right now that I need to let go of? Just take a moment to relax it out. Begin to focus on your breathing, taking longer inhales in, taking your breath and moving it through your body. Expand your lungs, expand your belly. Let this breath, which is what's keeping us alive and helping us to heal, let this breath begin to elongate and expand your body. And this will allow you to relax. This will get you back into the present moment because you're taking your awareness and you're bringing it back to the present, so you're not worried about what's happening later or what you did earlier. I just want you to be present with me today. So let's all collectively take a big deep breath in and just hold it. I like to hold mine in my heart space, and then exhale, just relaxing all the tensions that you've picked up along the day or through this week so far. Just let it all go so that you can be present and receive the message that you need most right now. Anne says, alignment is happening and my authenticity is flowing out of me. That's so wonderful to hear. I love seeing people connecting to their creative expression. This is how you offer your unique gift to the world, how you offer your sparkle magic. All right, I'm going to grab out the cards for this week and see what comes up. Hello, everyone who is here live. It is so awesome to see you all. Anne says her daughter's watching and breathing with us. That is so wonderful. So good to see you, Aubrey. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Lorraine. So awesome. Hey, Jess, Miriam. All right, so I'm going to shuffle with the intention that we all collectively receive the message that we need most at this time. But pay attention to the thoughts, the feelings, the visions, the energies that come up for you during this reading, because this is what is guiding you to your truth and your what you need to pay attention to. Because again, we are all in this together, but we're all on different paths and we're learning different things and we're experiencing different things. Of course, the lesson is the same. We're all learning to love ourselves and each other, but the way that we experience it shows up differently. So just tune into the energy of these cards and pay attention to how it relates to your life. Hey, Jess. Hey, Janice. Love your hair. Tammy says, thank you so much. I got a little again, see, expressing your creativity. I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun if my ends were hot pink? And it absolutely is. So what is that thing that's been calling for you? How do you want to express yourself? How are you letting your weird out into the world? For me, of course, I've always chosen rainbow hair, being that I was a hairdresser for over a decade. But now I think that, again, I actually put this black shirt on. I think that, in the past, I didn't allow myself to wear color. Although, naturally, inside, my insides are all colorful and rainbow and sparkle magic. But I was afraid to shine that. I was afraid to share my color and my shine. So I always wore black. I actually pulled this shirt out of the closet. I had to dig for it because it was one of those shirts that I used to wear in the past that, I felt like every time I would wear black, I was hiding. Today I felt like putting it on because I thought it would go really well with the color that I've chosen of my hair. So it's really interesting how these things are showing up in our life and how simple this can be, just changing your color of what you're wearing or your lips or your hair or whatever it may be. It doesn't really, who you are is not what you wear or your body or the color of your hair, but it is a unique expression, and it's a way that we can, shine our light into the world. So first, I want you to recognize that you are not your hair or your body or your clothes or your lipstick or your outfits or anything like that. You are something that is undescribable, and so to put words on it would just be doing you a disservice. So we can recognize that it's not this stuff that makes us who we are. It's the internal, but it is fun to play along and jazz up our hair and things like that. So remember, self-love begins within, and your authenticity is the way that you show up each and every moment, the way that you think, the way that you speak, again, the thoughts that you're putting into the collective consciousness. This is how you are showing your authenticity. It's just natural. You don't even have to try. You just show up and be yourself. All right, the first card that comes up, what a great card to come up, especially after I was feeling like we all just needed to breathe and to relax. This is the Stepanov Raphael. This is a card of detoxing, decluttering, and this is also a card that asks you to look into your energy centers, into your chakras, and discover which one is like clogged up, which one needs to be reactivated or recalibrated. So this is why I'm always asking you every single time we get on here to tune into your body, to see how you feel. And so again, I'm going to ask you to do a mental scan, but this time I want you to scan from the top of your head to the tips of your toes and find along your energy point down your spine, where are you holding tension, or what is that stressful situation in your life. I also want you to take a look, because colors are so healing and so therapeutic. I want you to take a look and see what color resonates on the card with you right now. What card are you drawn to? I want your first gut feeling. Share that in the comments below, and I'll be sure to go through what colors represent what you need to be focusing on detoxing or healing. So this card says it's time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. So this card is saying there might be a lot of confusion going on in your life because you're not making a decision. You're not choosing that next step for yourself. You might be holding back and going, I don't know where to go. I don't know when to go. I don't know how to go. But what this card is reminding you is that if you don't decide, then you don't go anywhere, or life will just, float you along your merry way. So this card is saying, what decision do you need to be clear on and make in your life? This is also a card of taking action, because if we're not clear on what goal or step we want to take, then we're never going to take action because we don't know what that is. So this is a card to get clear with yourself, to be honest with yourself and say, okay, maybe some things need to change, or maybe I know that I really want to do this, but I've been holding myself back. So this is a card that says, make a decision, get clear on what you want, because you're the only one that can decide what that is, and then take action. Go for it. Take the first step. You don't need to know step 2, 3, 4, 10, 20. You just need to know, what is that next step I can take towards that thing I want to change and transform in my life? And then take that step, take the action. And then from that perspective, from that new place, you'll then have a new intuitive vision of what's the next step. So you never need to know all the steps. You just need to know, okay, I need to make a change in my health, or I need to make a change in my relationship. Well, that one thing, if I just changed one thing that would spark a ripple effect in my life, what would that one thing be? And if you just make the one change, then it becomes easier to make the next one and the next one. Hello, Dara. Amberly says, I love your hair. Thank you so much. Again, I was just talking about how this is a way that I express my unique authenticity. And so I invite everyone to do the same, knowing that it isn't what it defines you, but it's just an expression. I like the quote, if an egg is broken by an outside force, life ends. If broken by an inside force, life begins. Great things always begin from the inside. Beautiful quote, and it's so true. You can consciously die in this lifetime and live a life of freedom and joy, which is why I've tattooed this love is watching someone die quote on my arm, because this, at the time I didn't know it. I was still kind of unconscious, but it was my awakening. awakening, my enlightenment, that moment of transition between knowing that this is not who I am, but who I am begins within, and you can't put words to it, so I won't even try to describe. So what a beautiful quote. I love that. Okay, so the colors are connected to our chakras. I see green, I see yellow, I see aqua. This is talking about green is your heart. So well, we should start at the bottom, but not everyone said it. I'll just go through really quickly in case other people are feeling it, but just didn't share what color resonated with them. The red is your root chakra. This connects you to your foundation, your community, your tribe, your family, and your sense of security. So this is where a lot of people get stuck in success thinking and monetary and opening up to abundance. Moving up, you have the orange, which is your sacral chakra. This connects you to your creativity, your sensuality, your orgasmic life force energy. Moving up from there, you have your solar plexus, which is the yellow bucket here in the card. This is your willpower, your determination, your courage. This is where your intuition stems from. This is where you get your gut feeling. So if this is out of balance or out of whack, then typically you have a lot of fears of taking action. So I love that, this card is about taking action. Moving up from there, you have your heart chakra, which is connected to love and compassion. It is the biggest one, your biggest energy center, right in the center. It extends out into the hands and out into the world. And this is an alignment when you are giving to yourself and others unconditional love, that you've released and forgiven all the anger, blame, and resentment in your life, and that will open up the heart so that you can receive and give love unconditionally. Moving up, which someone said aqua, this is the throat chakra. This is about creativity and creative expression. This is about taking that authenticity and being able to voice it out into the world, to be able to speak up and share your truth and share your creativity, really. Moving up from there, we have the third eye. This is your inner knowing. This is how you can create detachment in life. And this is how you can have a spiritual perspective and really see more clearly that all things aren't happening randomly, that they're all connected and that everything has a purpose to bring you to that next level with everyone involved. So this allows you to detach from situations with a higher knowing that all is well and all is taking you to the right place. Then moving up, you've got your purple. It's the last, the last of the 7 major ones, and this is your crown chakra. This connects you to the cosmic consciousness. This is your divine wisdom. This is your knowingness. This is that enlightenment mode where you're like, yes, all is one. I can't even say anything else besides I am, because that's ultimately what it is. Again, you cannot put words to how magnificent your spirit really is. So we'll leave it at that. Just want to take a moment to say hello to everyone who is joining. Brianna from down under in Australia, Alex, my friend, Misty, Julie, so good to see you all. Love it, love it, love it. Hello, Miss Maeve. So cool. So, okay, moving on. Time for detox, time for action. Let go of the old so you can make room for the new. Oh, and really quickly, Alex, I have a magical synchronicity story that involves your dad. So you should totally give me a call back. Okay, moving on. The 3 of Ariel pops up. So this card is about also your creativity. This card comes from the Pentacles if you're talking about a traditional tarot deck, which is about your physical manifestations and the work that you put in the world. It says, do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. What a great card to come up, because here's the thing. I'm feeling that a lot of people are being called to shift directions and to go after what their heart wants, to really do what you love. We're all starting to see more and more people have the courage to say, you know what, I'm done with this 9-to-5 nonsense, and I'm gonna do that thing I love, like be a hairdresser or be a Brazilian jiu-jitsu coach or be a midwife, whatever it is you want to be. This is the time now to make that decision, just like our last card said. Make the decision. What do you want? What do you really fucking want? And then go after it. Take action and team up with people who will support you, who will educate you and guide you to that next level of growth and learning. Because when we take a step outside of our comfort zone in a new direction, we're going to have to learn. And that's the cool part. So this card is saying, go after what you love and express yourself into the world. This is, again, today's conversation is about creative expression and awakening to that authentic power so that you can show up and share your weirdness with the world, your sparkle magic, yourself, because being yourself is the greatest gift. And it talks about working with others. So again, team up with someone who can help you, who can educate you, who's been there, done that, because they want to share their information with you. Yay, Stacy's here. Anne says, this is amazing. Hello, Ashley. So good to see you all. Hello from Maryland. So cool. Where are you all from? I would love to know that before we move on to the next card. We've talked about making a decision, taking action, clearing out energetic leftovers from the past. We're talking about clearing out physical space. We're in the sign of Virgo right now, and this is a very practical sign of literally becoming grounded and getting rid of physical things. Whatever. So Washington, Anne is from. Hello, Catherine from Colorado. So good to see you, sister. Okay, let's see what this last card is. The King of Michael. What a great card to come up for this reading, because the king is the top dog. It's like the leader. So this is a sign that says, like, hey, you have a mission and you have something in your heart that wants to be expressed into the world. You freaking love it. You're an expert at it, but you probably don't realize that because you've been doing it for so long. But this card says, now's your time. Like, now's your time to show up as a leader, and you will be respected for the great work that you put into the world. Miriam's from Oklahoma. Maeve says she's doing a major purge in the house. Thank you, Maeve. My hair, oh, I just did it, fresh, it's new, and it is super exciting to be able to, again, express our creativity into the world. Hello from Toronto, from the UK. Oh my gosh, Minnesota. So freaking cool to see you all. Love that we're able to connect here with no boundaries. Okay, so let's dive into this last card, shall we? King of Michael. This is the sign of swords in the traditional tarot, and it says principled, rational, ambitious, and respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity and a situation that calls for honest and open communication. Well, this is such a great card for you to be able to express your truth and express your authenticity, because that is what your integrity is. When you stay in your authentic self, when you say no when you mean no, when you say, you know what, I don't eat animals, and you continue to hold firm in your boundaries and your beliefs, or no, I don't drink alcohol, or no, like whatever it is that you stand for, whatever you're passionate about, this card is a reminder for you to be the one to be the change, for you to be the one to stand up and say, no, this is not right. Wait, the way that we're doing things is not working and things need to change. So this is a card, this is a calling card, literally, like, hello, heaven is calling you and saying, like, will you have the courage to stand up and use your wisdom and use your power for positivity and for standing up for things that maybe don't have a voice, like animals. It says a situation that calls for honest and open communication. So again, expressing our throat. Once we've opened up our heart, then we can express it. We can express our truth, our creativity. All of this has to be done first before we get to this stage of evolution and growth. So Frisco, Ashley, girl, you are, yes, you are so close. We need to get together. Oh my gosh. Maeve is listening from 36,000 feet. I know Maeve is in the Dallas area as well. So cool to see everyone here. Lindsay is here live. Lindsay's from the Dallas area as well. Sarah's here. We went to high school together. It's so cool to see people from my past, people that I don't know, people from across the globe, and people that I've just connected with and already made such an amazing friendship so far. Maeve says, oh, I have a difficult conversation ahead of me. I feel like this is for me. Maeve, here's the thing. You have the wisdom inside of you. You have the courage. You know your boundaries. You know your worth. So now is the time to speak up and just have the conversation, because the more you drag it out and the longer you hold it in, the worse that it gets, and the bigger that you make it into something that it's not. So just speak up, have the conversation, and move forward knowing that you're staying in your integrity, and that this either will resolve it and you'll all move forward together, or it'll resolve it and you'll move forward alone, and that is okay. I'm here but can't hear you. Well, I'm so sorry. I can hear you now. I'm glad you can. Hello. So good. Namaste, everyone. So I want to know, do you have any questions? I still have so much energy to share with you. So do you have any questions specific for what's going on in your life? Or I always like to open up to who wants a personal reading, but I know that can go crazy. So let's go with questions. Anyone have any questions that you would like to talk about, any things that you would like to dive into, things that are stopping you from shining your authentic light. Here's the thing, guys, and it's just case in point if you've been here watching. Multiple people have gotten on today specifically and said, hey, I like your hair. Obviously, it's a little bit different, but here's the thing. Here's why people notice, because one, I put passion, love, and express my authentic truth. This is what felt good for me, and I was excited about it. I didn't do it for approval. I didn't do it to, like, we love my hair. Like, I did it for me. And when you do things for you, when you show up in your authentic truth, then people will notice it unconsciously and begin to offer you love and support for it. So keep doing you, because it, one, inspires other people to do them, because they say, oh, wow, she had the courage to do that. Wow, I wish I could do that. Well, you can. And now here's your permission. Oh, wow. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful reading. I love connecting with all of you. I love hearing from all of you. And I just love this reading. Get rid of the old, let go of the past, detox your energy, detox your physical space so that you can make room for what you love, and you can attract the new opportunities and partnerships that will help you to do that. Hello, Sarah. Terry Ann says, yes, please. I'm so stuck in one place, everything at once. I don't know what to do. Terry Ann, what you need to do is stop, take a breath, and grab out your journal and write down all the things that are going on in your mind right now. Because once you write it down and you get it out of here, you can look at it on paper and go, wow, okay, this I don't need. I don't even know why I'm thinking this way. This has got to go. Okay, maybe this is what's important. This is going to help you to get clarity on what it is that you need to do first. Like I mentioned earlier, we're not trying, big changes happen with small actions. So we're not trying to like change everything at once. All we're trying to do is transform one thing. So Terry Ann, let me ask you this. What is that one thing in your life right now that you feel, you say, I'm stuck. What do you feel right now that if you were to change it or take action or shift it in some way, that things would begin to start moving forward? Because all you have to do is take one tiny action step away from what you don't want and toward what you do. Tammy says, my throat chakra is really clogged. Well, here's the thing. What you're going to have to do is really get clear with yourself and be truthful with yourself. This is an energy center of truth and speaking and searching for that specific thing. So you're going to have to get clear with yourself and start speaking truth to you first before then you can express it to other people. So what do you stand for? How can you stay in your integrity? What are you passionate about? What do you believe in? Why? What have you shown up for? What are your talents? What are your skills? What are you offering to the world? Get clear on those things with yourself and offer yourself that love first, and it'll be so much easier then to speak up and stand firm in your foundations and your boundaries and saying, this is what is right for me. I'm sorry if it doesn't resonate with you, but I'm staying true to me. I'm having issues with my throat too. Aubrey, I totally understand. I've spent a lifetime of trying to heal my throat. Not only was I born with my umbilical cord wrapped around my throat, like if that's not a sign that that's something I'm going to need to heal, or that, whatever's happened in the past, but I've had to deal with this. And every time I don't speak up, or every time I hold back, or every time I say something that doesn't feel right, or I'm saying yes when I mean no, then I literally have throat issues, like tonsils swell, and like it's just not good. So I'm wondering if you guys feel that way too. Do you notice that when you're being out of alignment, or when you're out of alignment, when you're not being authentic, when things don't feel right and you're stressed out, do you notice those physical manifestations of dis-ease? I don't like how people say disease, but I like to remind you that it's just a dis-ease, and naturally we're meant to be at ease. So something is just stopping that from flowing freely within us, and typically it's holding back our truth. Terry Ann says, thanks. I'm hurt, health, and anger. I really need a card if I can. I'm a caring person, yet always hurt. I think you've just answered your question. You care so much that you allow others to crush your boundaries, and anger typically means that you're unfair. So you've probably offered love that had conditions to it. You may be caring, but it was a conditional love because then they took it away, and now you're mad about that. So if it was coming from an authentic, unconditional place, you wouldn't feel like it was so unfair. Tammy says, same, tonsils removed, half my thyroid removed. Tammy, girl, then you know what you need to work on, and this is a really important call for you. It's helping, but I've been told my heart and third eye are wide open, but my throat is blocked. Well, they say you don't want to open your third eye before you open your heart because it's way too much to handle if you aren't ready to offer that kind of compassion to the world. But yes, I mean, things can definitely be out of balance. What could be happening is that you're, receiving all of this information and you're seeing it, you're feeling it, but you're just not able to communicate it or express it. Whew. Okay, I'm doing EMDR for my throat chakra. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I would love to know more. All right, guys, I am out of here. This was such a great call. Thank you, or time, reading, whatever. I love spending time with you. I love seeing you here every Wednesday for Woo Woo Wednesday. And if you are interested in your one-on-one private reading, then you can reach me at brittanycarmichael.com/tarot for more details where we can help you uncover your truth. And I'll see you on Friday for the Elevated Life series where I join my husband, Chris, and we teach you simple mindset shifts to create radical transformation in your life. Namaste. So nice to meet you all. Thank you. Tyrian, thank you. You're great. Love the arm tats. I have them too. What? I love it. So good to see you all. I feel like I missed this conversation here. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Boom. See ya. Bye. Have a good day.